Micheal, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm very excited because we're going to be looking at a 3D printed version of my absolute favorite Target Master, that being Nightstick. This guy's going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey Micheal, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, light them up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton, and it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, and all my social media links, all of that in the description down below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course, right here on YouTube, you can hit that join button, man, to become a channel member. And this is a 3D printed version of Nightstick. This was provided to me by Justin from the 3D Corner. It is a design, I believe, by Autobot00. I'm going to put links to both of that in the description. You'll probably hear me say that a couple of times. In case you would like to have a version of Nightstick here for yourself. Needless to say, this guy, for me, was going to be compared next to the Siege Battlemaster. So, is he better? Worse? How does he hold up? This is a 3D print. There's a lot here to actually look at for such a little blaster. So, without any further ado, let's head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And so today, our buddy Justin from the 3D Corner has hooked us up with a design by Autobot00 for G1 Nightstick as he appeared in the Rebirth. I will leave links both to the like the Thingiverse, I guess, files or whatever, and to the 3D Corner in the description below, in case you want to kind of get hooked up with your own version of Nightstick. Kind of an amazing design. Really sort of blown away by this. It is intended to be used with Kingdom Cyclonus. It is based on the way he looked in the Rebirth episode, and honestly, it, like, for coloration, I guess you could use different colored filaments or whatever if you want for the print, but this is 10. It's Nightstick. The shape of the body, the line detailing, the coloration of the lower legs and the upper body, even like his barrel sticking up on his back is correct. Now, the closest I've had to Nightstick up to this point is, first and foremost, the version of Nightstick that came with the Classics Universe Cyclonus. And the coloration was never quite right. His barrel is hanging down his back, but you know what? It was the only official Nightstick we had. The articulation quite limited on the guy, but I have, as of late, been using that Nightstick with Kingdom Cyclonus because, you know, I wanted to. Now, the other closest thing that I have to a Nightstick was when I took a version of Firebolt and I painted his arms black, and I kind of paired him with Ricochet, Select's Ricochet, and instead of calling him Nightstick, I used the alternate name Nebulon there. Arguably, with the impending Select's Artfire and the little Target Master that he will come with, he might be known as Nightstick. I'm not going to opt to do that. I'm going to keep this guy named Nebulon, and I'm going to somehow, I guess, rename this guy. And the one who comes with Artfire, well, if you know kind of the United Artfire release, he came with two Target Masters, one being Nightstick, the other being, I want to say Sparks, might have been the name. I'm going to have the Target Master that's with Artfire be Sparks, so that we can kind of clear up all the confusion about the name Nightstick, and trust me, there's been a lot of confusion over the years with the name. So for my purposes and my kind of headcanon, so to speak, Nebulon is going to be the partner of Ricochet. Sparks, I think that's his name, is going to be the partner for Artfire, and because this is the way I grew up, our boy Nightstick is going to be the partner for Cyclonus. We have a 10 for the paint, or the coloration, I guess we should say, because there's not really any paint here. It's all filament, if I'm not mistaken. What about the articulation? Well, in order to kind of look at articulation, it's only fair that we get the guy stood up in like a natural stance. Like, this is our kind of start position. I think a 10 is a great start. What about that articulation? Remember the small size that we're dealing with here? Nothing at the head, nothing at the waist. The arms. They can go all the way out. They can, I don't know if they go all the way around or not, but they certainly give you all that you need. We have an elbow to 90 degrees and we have a swivel because of that. The legs, they can go really all the way out to the side, or as much as you'd certainly want them to. In terms of going back, maybe if you worked it a little bit, but not much, especially if you have this piece on the back. It does detach if you want it to, but it doesn't have to. Going forward, again, you might have to work it a little bit on the ball joint, but like it does go all the way forward. We bend at the knee, we get a rotation, basically, like, you know, because of the ball joint, right? And ankle tilt, man. Like ankle tilt. Come on. I'm going to say that the articulation for this guy is, it's really good. I'm going to say it's a solid 9. So we have a 10, we have a 9, that's 9.5. What about the transformation? Kind of involved, sort of brilliant for something this really simplistic for the most part. This piece can't come out. I'm going to try and do it leaving that piece in, because every time I take that piece out, I tend to put it back in incorrectly. But it's just like there's a little hole down here, and you just put this piece in there, right? And to start the transformation, you really bend at a hinge that's right here. This piece is still by rights plugged in to, if I can do it, right there. And we take this and we bring it down and we rotate it around. And that locks that really into place. Then the arms. Now they're just supposed to kind of hang out on the side, but I like to turn them at the elbow and sort of bring them in closer to the body. This peg that's on his back is going to be the peg that Cyclonus will use. So we turn it around like this. And we really kind of push these legs back now as far as they can go. I feel like if you forced it, you could get them a little bit further, but rather than that, I bend them at the knee and I bring it down, and I bend at the, or turn at the knee, I'm sorry, and bring it down, and in the end, boom, here we have Nightstick in his blaster mode. And can Cyclonus wield Nightstick like this? Oh, buddy, you bet he can. I love this. I think this looks so good. And, of course, here's where we get the big payoff, man. We have Galvatron, by way of Unique Toys Mania King. We have Scourge, who's identified because he has a custom Fracas with him. And 2 more sweeps behind him. And then we have Cyclonus, now with Nightstick, and his Armada being the Combiner Wars and the Classic Cyclonus. And we even have an extra Target Master in there now. Cool, great setup, I love it. To me, if all of my Target Masters could be like this Nightstick, that'd be great. The transformation, easy. Again, I'd say a solid 9. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a way to maybe collapse the arms a little bit? Maybe, but it's like, he looks great as it is. We had a 10, a 9, and a 9 overall. I'm going to say that this custom 3D printed Nightstick, honestly, turned out really, really well. He feels solid. I'm going to say it's an overall 9.25. And here we are once again, and here is Nightstick once again. And he fits in real nice, man. He works so well with Kingdom Cyclonus. Unlike the Battle Masters, he still has shoulder and hips like the Battle Masters, but he also has knees. Because they're ball jointed, you get a swivel there. He has elbows, same thing, you get a swivel there. He has ankle tilt. I mean, I forgive not having a waist because of transformation. I forgive not having a head. It's fine. I get it. I understand why it is. This guy generally works quite well. Do I think a resin print might be better? Possibly. Possibly. But the 3D one that I have works pretty darn good. He is really impressive for such a little lad. Let me know what you think about this custom Nightstick. I appreciate you guys coming by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, man, hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a member. While you're at it, please, I invite you to hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit. Either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.